Today we're going to be learning about clouds and make our very own cloud in a jar. This lesson is good for students K to 3. I have picked a kindergarten learning standard that relates back to weather. To complete the cloud in a jar, you will need parental supervision. Along with that, you will also need a glass jar with a lid, hot water, hairspray, and ice cubes. What exactly is a cloud? A cloud is a large collection of very tiny droplets of water or ice. Clouds are also so light that they can float in the hot air. Now, how do these clouds form? Clouds are formed when the warmer air rises and the gases that are in the clouds rise and cool and turn back into a liquid. There are three types of clouds. These include cirrus cloud, stratus cloud, and cumulus clouds. Cirrus clouds are thin and feathery, predict good weather, and they are the highest clouds. Our second type of cloud are stratus clouds. They're feathered clouds that look like fog. They sometimes can bring rain and are up to 6,500 feet high. Our third cloud is a cumulus cloud. These are fluffy clouds that grow upward. When they get big, they turn into thunderstorm clouds. We just talked about our three most common types of clouds. However, there are special clouds such as fog. Here's our procedure list to make a cloud in a jar. Now, let's make our very own cloud. To begin our lesson, I have laid out all our materials. Your mason jar, your 1.5 cups of water if you are using a mason jar, your hairspray, and your 2 cubes of ice. Now, if you are using something bigger than a mason jar, you might want to pour it in to make sure you have 3/4 of your jar full before you heat up your water. Now, time for some parental supervision. To heat up my water, I put it into the microwave for 2 minutes. If you can also do this by boiling it over the stove, depending on what you want. Next, we are going to have our student twist off the lid of their mason jar or the clear jar you have chosen, hold it, and have your parent pour the water into the jar. You are then going to have them place the lid back on and screw on the lid of your jar. Once you have screwed back on your lid, you're going to take your 2 ice cubes and put them on top of your jar. If your lid is bigger, you may need to add more ice cubes, and you're going to count to 30. After you've counted to 30, have your parent take off the lid and have your student quickly spray hairspray into your lid, and your parent quickly place it back on and screw your lid on again. We are then going to count to 30 and repeat the process. After you have counted to 30, have your student or the parent twist off the lid and watch your cloud escape from your jar. Now, let's discuss. Why did we see the cloud? We saw the cloud because of the warm air that was inside the jar. It was rising towards the top. Once it got to the top, the ice cubes cooled the gas that was inside. And why did we use the hairspray? We used the hairspray to allow us to see the air that was rising out of the jar as our cloud.